who a man of God carried to Cyprus. I saw what was trending about some boys who a man of God carried to Cyprus. And he said they were selling in a fast food joint or something. I don't know the full story. But I was just seeing, there was a name they called them. Happy Boys. Yes, something like that. So I said, why is this thing trending? So I just clicked onto it. I saw them doing video against the pastor. Your father that gave birth to you didn't carry you out. Your mother didn't carry you out. A man of God, out of the love of God, carried you abroad. And the man now say, I don't have money, because you are not the only person. And that's one thing about entitled people. Entitled people only think that they are the only ones that philanthropists are helping. They believe that they are the only one in the life of, you are not the only one in the life of a great man. When he tells you he doesn't have, it means he doesn't have for you. He may have for somebody else. And they said, I watched, somebody sent me a picture that the man collapsed. I almost passed out. And sometimes you wonder, and that they love. It's those that take from them and come to pretend like holy people. That's the ones they love. People who open their hearts are being stabbed. If this generation doesn't take time, very soon there will be no good man. And they opened their mouths and they were just talking. I was almost moved to calling the man to do something, but I just held myself back. Because I know Cyprus very well. I know how to bring them back. I know how to bring them back. I'm not joking. And if they are watching me now and I hear pin from them, I'll bring them back. How can a man of God collapse because of you? How can you open your mouth? Somebody who helped you. You have, I've told you in this church, anybody who you have eaten from, even if they hurt you tomorrow, walk away and leave them to Jesus. You are doing video against this man. This man helped you. What kind of influence is that? It's not right. And such a man should not allow people to change him. Because once you are good, be good. The worst thing that can ever happen to any good man is to help a bad person.
Thank you, everyone, for watching that that embarrassing talk from Sule. That embarrassing talk from Sule. I wonder why this man always go all the time. He opened his trap to talk. From the beginning, he pretended as if he does not even know anything about the case. He said he was just he was like Satan walking around looking for who to devour. He was just going around internet. Then he saw it. He has the full gist. This man is a manipulator. He was only brainwashing his members. You know, the case of that man is similar to his own case. And he's using his own case he's using the man's case as a decoy in order to deceive his members, to manipulate his members. if I begin to analyze those things he said, let's just listen briefly.
Who a man of God, I saw what was trending about some boys.
He saw what was trending. Anyway, everybody see what goes on internet. The way you people pretend as if you're so busy in church business. Look at his crowd. With that kind of crowd, you still have time to be moving around on internet. I thought at this your stage, some people should be, taking care of your social platform, for you to know that these people, they are not real. When they say they commit fornication and adultery, they have all the time to do all the evil that they accuse them of doing. They have all the time. I will still bring Fatai, TB Joshua. When we were in Squan, some visitors will sit down outside waiting. They will think he was busy. He wasn't busy. He may be inside his office, gossiping, joking, doing things that are not relevant, or even having sex with girls. He saw what's on the internet.
Who a man of God carried to Cyprus.
You know, they have their group, they have their cartel. So they are the one who recognize themselves as whatever they call themselves.
And they said they were selling in a fast food joint or something. I don't know the full story. But
if you don't know the full story, why are you putting your mouth? Must you always talk? If you don't know the full gist, the full story, why are you delving into the matter? That's why I told you, he was only using the man's case as a decoy. He wants to pass a message to his members. That's the way they behave. When we are in Squan, we are in meeting, somebody, before we get to meeting, TB Joshua must have talked to somebody and say, when we get to meeting, this is what you say. And when that person comes to the meeting and now raise up the hand, he will not call the person at the beginning. Even by the time he called the person, please, what's your problem? What do you have? It's a lie. And the person will now raise up and say, me, I've decided that I'm not going to get married. He's passing a message. I hope you understand. He's passing a message to everybody that don't think of that.
Just seen, there was a name they called them. Happy Boys. Yes, something like that. So I said, why is this thing trending? So I just clicked.
He knows everything. He sabi everything. Don't mind him.
To it. I saw them doing video against the pastor.
If the pastor did not allow them to breathe, that you help somebody, does that mean the person should be your slave? If you don't allow them to breathe, they are human beings. They have right to live. They have right to do whatever they want to do. Either mistake or whatever, is their own life. Won't they cry out? Won't they cry out? There are a lot of schools in Nigeria. When somebody that you want to help, you cannot take them to schools in Nigeria. Must you take them abroad because you want to show people what you are not capable of doing, and you take them there, you abandon them. Can't they contact other people? Or they live under your shadow throughout their lifetime? No. They will do.
Your father that gave birth to you didn't carry you out.
Is it only your father? Sule, is it only your father who helped you all your lifetime? I remember when you were growing up, you grew up in Archbishop Idahosa's house. Why didn't you grow up in your father's house? Why didn't you grow up in your father's house? You grew up inside Church of God's Mission with Archbishop Idahosa.
Your mother didn't carry you out.
Was your mother not alive at that time? Why didn't your mother put you at home?
A man of God, out of the love of God, carried you abroad. And the man now say, I don't have money, because you are not the only person. And that's what.
See, that's the problem with many of you. You don't read Bible. You don't read. And you just come out to say you are man of God. Jesus said, before you go to war, you calculate your ammunition and know if you have enough arsenal to confront the enemy. If you need to build a house, you calculate the money you have. Is it enough to buy cement and this? If it's not enough, don't embark on it, or else you'll be ashamed. Why should he say he does not have money? His own blood children. At least, if he says he's helping people, he helped them the way he helped his own children. Why didn't he calculate himself and foresee that something may happen? But at that time, he was taking them abroad so that people on social media will say, hey, give him, hey. After the hey, nothing again. And the boys cry out. It became a problem.
By entitled people. Entitled people only think that they are the only ones that philanthropists are helping. They believe that they are the only one in the life of. You are not the only one in the life of a.
Don't mind him. He's talking about Abubakar, that lady that became a bone in his throat. That lady, Abubakar, that was sick.
Great man. When he tells you he doesn't have, it means he doesn't have for you. It may have for somebody else. And they said, I watched, somebody sent me a picture that the man collapsed. I almost passed out. Tears gathered around my eyes. Another family helped, came again, and we're saying all kinds of things.
See, these people are liars. It's not another family. Somebody, the man you are talking about, calling him man of God, the man puts in family way. We understand that the man sleep around and he have loved children around. It's not another family came. A woman came to confront him. And it's not the happy boys issue that made him to collapse. The happy boys issue have come and he has cursed the boys. He was strong enough to curse them. And people all over the world rose up and said, no, it's not that. He hasn't reached that point. It's not the happy boys matter that made him to collapse. What made him to collapse? He has high blood pressure. And you that live in glass house, you don't throw stones. You have high blood pressure and you are doing evil. So when your evil come out, your blood will rise up. That's what happened to him. Sule, must you always talk? You always talk rubbish.
And sometimes you wonder what generation we are in.
We too will wonder what kind of, generation of pastors we have. The same you that organize fake people to attack you. Over that, 7 people died. And they said they don't find those people who did the evil. Everybody was almost forgotten. Then another thing, you bring some people again, and they say they were the one that attacked you. Who sent them? They say they don't know. Can you imagine? Do you think you are talking to your members? Only your members has knock brain. We don't have knock brain. Our brain is still intact. So what's he saying again? He's a manipulator. He say another family. It's not another family. The lady, the man put in family way, who is not his wife. And, when he didn't know the lady will come out. And when the lady came out, at this time, he was still dealing with happy boys. His blood rose up and he fainted. Some people even said he lied. He was just trying to whip people's emotion. Most Nigerians are emotional people. Yeah, they will start saying, hey, sorry, sick. When they check the hospital bed he laid, they saw that all the machines that they put on him were off. They were not on. So stop. It's only in where's that his church is. That is your church. That you can deceive those people who are gullible, religious bigots. That you can deceive, and as you are deceiving them, you see how they are shouting and.
A generation that has no memory. It is those that kill them that they love. It's those that take from them and come to pretend like holy people. That's the ones they love. People who open their hearts are being stabbed. If this generation doesn't take time,
the only people you open your hearts to are those people you want to receive something from. If I go to the market and I buy chicks, and I keep the chicks, every morning I wake up, I feed the chicks. Does that mean I love those chicks? I'm feeding those chicks so that they can grow up. During Christmas time, I can have something I will kill and eat with my family and friends. So many of those good that you people do is for personal reasons. What are you talking about? We know you.
very soon there will be no good man.
If they are counting good men, they cannot count you among.
And they opened their mouth and they were just talking. I was almost moved to calling the man to do something, but I just held myself back.
You can't do anything. You cannot do anything. That's why we say you always talk rubbish. Always talk rubbish. In this setup, you gather them for Bible studies. Is this how apostles of Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ taught people? Start digressing and diverting and what does not concern the church. They are there to learn of God. And you gather them to make yourself so proud. You want to bring the boys back to where? We know you are a cult man. We know you are a cult man. At least a lot of cult people have come out for you, to cover you and to speak for you.
Back. Because I know Cyprus very well. I know how to bring them back. I know how to bring them back.
That is all you know how to. That is all you know how to do. To sleep with celebrities. To do all these kind of things. To join Uber's angel in stealing gold and doing all bad businesses. What's your problem in bringing them back? We know you have your cartel. It happened that one time, a man said he doesn't want to work with TB Joshua again. He sent Paul to Ghana to go and kidnap the man. If not for the security intel that favored the man. That's what they do, kidnappers. Because I don't know what you want to do to bring the boys back. You want to drug them? This is unbecoming of someone who call himself a pastor. Must we always talk?
I'm not joking. And if they are watching me now and I hear ping from them, I'll bring them back.
Sule, I thought you have learned and you have comported yourself. I thought you have learned. This just made me to believe that leopard cannot change its skin. So sad. Really sad. Really sad. Must we always talk? You talk rubbish. You talk nonsense. Lying, deceiving your members. Pride of life. Why don't you sit down? When I first saw it, I laugh.